The Night Eats the World is a film that is currently streaming on Amazon Prime. As soon as I saw it was put on Prime, I got to it as soon as I could. I found out about it a little while back, and it was something I was looking forward to. It is a zombie film, but I don't want people to be turned off by that because it's a zombie movie. I feel like this is a unique thing to itself, and that's hard to say in a zombie film. But B, I also don't want people to run to it because they're like, oh, all right, it's going to be some fucking mayhem, action, zombie hordes. Like, no. This is a very slow character piece, and that's going to turn a lot of people off. Also, in my opinion, is allegorical, and we'll get into that because I do want to talk spoilers, but for now, we'll keep it spoiler free. The movie really relies on the actor playing Sam here. Now, this is a film that was made in France, but it is in English for all you people who don't like to read, so you don't have to worry about that. It is very slow. It centers on one guy locked up in an apartment building by himself for pretty much the entire film. So that's really the only plot synopsis you need. There's not much more I could give you. He goes to a party, goes to sleep, and when he wakes up, the zombie apocalypse has happened, and he confines himself in the apartment complex, or building, should I say, or whatever the hell they call them in France. I don't know, a flat. I don't know. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. And it's a film that would benefit heavily, on a second viewing, because I have ideas of what I think this film all meant, but I didn't really catch on to it until much later into the movie. And then as I had caught on to it, I was trying to go back and be like, okay, so this is what they're trying to say with this. Very metaphorical, allegorical, as I had said. Or at least I think, and a friend of mine, Slade, thinks so as well. So, but it is, centrically focused on one guy, and you have to like the guy, or you're not going to like the movie. And I really did like the guy. He's kind of a punk rocker at times. I thought his performance was really good. Carrying a film by yourself, especially if you're not a recognized household name, is very difficult. The film is shot well. I think it's really well directed. The acting from him, because as I said, he's on the screen by himself 95% of the movie. I mean, so that might bore the shit out of some people. I can think of one person off the top of my head, Teddy. He probably loved it. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I absolutely recommend checking it out. If you're not into it, maybe 20, 30 minutes in, I'd shut it off. But I found him to be very compelling. I found him to be very genuine. That was the thing with him. He felt real. He felt like a real person. He felt like he had real reactions. He had smart ways of cleaning out the house, clearing out the house, finding food, finding water. He really did human things. And it's just his struggle of loneliness in this world by himself and the mental breakdown of all of that. All right, let's talk spoilers. So I think this is definitely an allegory for breakups. I mean, I don't think I'm telling anyone something that they don't already know, but if not, I mean, this is my take on it, which I didn't realize until very far into the movie, so not like I'm some fucking genius. I just, I should have saw it much quicker, but I just didn't. I didn't see it almost till the end, and then I was like, oh, I think I know what's going on. I think I know what they're saying here now. So I caught this way later than I should have, but he has this little breakup or whatever the hell's going on at the party here. He's going to go talk to his ex. She's there. She clearly has replaced him with some new guy. He's not okay with that, of course. They get to an altercation. He gets hit in the nose by this random person. He, walks around the party and he sees everyone else there as some brain dead idiot. So I do think the zombies in this movie represent the outside world and the dating pool. But yeah, so he goes in his room, he falls asleep, he wakes up to the zombie apocalypse. And I think that's more of just him kind of becoming a hermit after his breakup, not wanting to go out into the world, becoming agoraphobic, freaking locking himself in and maybe his only interactions are with his neighbor on the elevator. Like that's the only couple people that he sees. He runs into his neighbor when he has to like go out for a second, because he runs outside in this movie for like a second and then like runs right back in the house. And like, maybe that was his attempts to try to go outside and converse, but he couldn't do it. And when he's moving around in his little apartment complex or whatnot, he has an interaction with his neighbor who lives upstairs. I might be stretching a little bit. I don't know. And I also think that the girl that he ends up shooting, I think that this was a girl that he met somehow, maybe online. But yeah, because like, fuck, dude, I used to date out in the real world, back when I was on the market and looking. I used to go into the bar and I used to fucking drink and everyone felt like a zombie. Everyone felt like a brain dead idiot. You didn't want to meet anyone. You were just like, is this really all there is to offer? Yes, it's not the best place to meet people, of course, but you don't want to date people from work. Trust me, I've done it too many times. It's a big fucking mistake. But I didn't really have any other social life. So you just go out and you meet these people at parties, bars. I'm not a big party guy either. I hate them. And when you go to them, just like he does in this, there's people like vomiting in the bathrooms and they're like standing there and they're just fucking hovering and they're just brain dead. And I think the zombies represent like, what he sees of the world, which is kind of how I view the world a lot of times. But I think this girl that he meets her, that he shoots, sorry. He meets her and he ends up killing their relationship. But in that, she teaches him that it's okay to go back outside, that it's time to get back up off of his feet. I view her as the rebound girlfriend. We don't get much involvement with her as like a relationship, but that's okay because I feel like she came into his life and she taught him a lesson. But by the time he realized the lesson that he had taught her and he was running through the house trying to find her, and when he found her, he realized that he'd already killed her a long time ago, like killed their relationship. He was trying to run back to her and and we've done that. I mean, I've done it. You have a fucking rebound girlfriend after your girlfriend that you can't get over, and sometimes you realize this chick was actually kind of cool and you fucked it all up, and by the time you realize this, you go and the wounds are just too deep. The bleeding is just, it's too severe. There's no stopping it, and it's been dead for for months, but she's just kind of hung on to, I don't know, pass the time or maybe who knows what. So I do think that was her purpose in this movie. As I said, the cat, I think the cat was like his attempt at like a friend, and the cat wasn't enough, but as I said, I really wish I would have noticed this much earlier into the movie so that I could have sat there and really picked out. He also, resorts to music, which a lot of people do. They resort to art, whatever they're into. They kind of just really focus in on it. So he's playing a lot of music. He's listening to a lot of music, which is what we do after breakups. And he's very frustrated with the outside world. He's banging his fucking drums as hard as he can, and he's like screaming out at the zombies, as who are like trying to come at him. And eventually it all swells and he has to get out. And then at the end, when he finally does get out and he jumps across the way and he climbs himself up, he hears bells. out there. And I think that's just the world. I think that's him. He got out of the house. He's broken free. And he's getting back to his life. He's going to get back to the real world where he, should have been the whole time. And I think that's the smile on his face. Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay out here. Like, I can do this. I can get back to things how they were. As I said, I would like to see the movie again to maybe break down more, because there's other characters in this, like zombies that are in his apartment, a family that he has to kill, and neighbors that are killing himself. So I'm not sure how that will all apply. I don't know if that will or not. I don't know if that's saying like, I guess, yeah, there could be like the couple that died in bed together. That could be like him thinking of the future that he should have had, where he wanted to be old in bed with her and die alone, and or die together as opposed to alone. And then there's the family that he has to kill, and it's like she killed his family. Like, they killed the family that they never got to have. Like, there's ways to definitely break this apart. I just would have to watch it again. I'm trying to think of anyone else in the apartment that he killed. There was the guy who killed himself, and I think that's probably him, because that's probably his thoughts of suicide. Because he does, like, when he gets scratched, he goes and he puts a gun to his own head, and then he doesn't do it, and he misses, like a failed suicide attempt. Maybe he did. Maybe he tried to kill himself. Maybe that's what the scratches were from. That was him cutting his own wrist or something. And, whatever. And he survived it, and he wakes up and laughs, and then that's part of his recovery. And, I do feel like this could be interpreted very much any way you want it to be. But what else was there? Is there anyone else in the apartment? Nothing off the top of my head, but yeah, I think those are the good ones. Any other ones that you guys got for me, Slade? Let me know. I will definitely be looking forward to the comments and what people's interpretations, or if you think I'm a total fucking lunatic and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? This movie was straightforward as fuck. This is just a zombie movie. I don't think so at all. Like, I'm not Mr. Metaphorical, allegorical kind of deciphering guy. I don't usually love that stuff. But I thought it was handled very well here, because this film doesn't rely on that. It's not so fucking confusing that you're just like, what? Like, what the fuck is going on? And then you gotta go and like watch explain videos on. You could watch this at face value, and it's a cool survival movie with a guy making smart decisions and a very compelling character that I really grew to like a lot. I thought it was cool also that he could play drums so well. That really gave to his character and the believability and the realism of the character. So I did really like the guy who played Sam here. I commend the actor for sure. It's very hard to carry a film, as I said, by yourself. But yeah, I look forward to hearing what you guys think about this movie. I'm sure once I stop recording, I'll be like, oh yeah, and there's another one. But I guess he had to take a blind leap, right? At the end, like he fucking got to the edge and he didn't want to do it, and then he had to take a leap of faith that the rope was gonna get him across the street or whatever, right? Like when you go, if you have agoraphobia, or if you're kind of a hermit, you don't want to go outside, he has to take a leap. So there you go. I'm taking a leap on all of these freaking assessments here, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. I don't usually do this, but this was fun. So I will watch the movie again sometime, and I will look forward to your comments to see what else you guys came up with. So we can chat about it below, and then I can be like, yeah, and if you add something. So please do. So anyway, guys, check out this movie if you haven't seen it. I hope you aren't watching still, but if you are, definitely watch the movie. It is very well made and well acted and well shot, and the music's cool and all that. So anyway, guys, all right.